How to find out your passions after your unfulfilling job has robbed you from living at your fullest potential. Today I'm going to share with you 3 steps to discovering what it is you are truly passionate about and figuring out how you could use that passion to change the way you earn income. Who is this for? This is for you if you answer yes to any of the following questions. You've had enough of a job robbing you from your happiness and you know you were born for so much more. You don't want to go from one unfulfilling job to another until retirement. You've thought about starting your own business, but you don't know what you're passionate enough about to start taking the steps to do so. You need clarity about that thing that lights you up so much that it warrants pursuing a new way to earn income so you can work towards leaving that job that causes you so much dread. You want to earn income in a way that has you feeling excited, inspired, motivated, purposeful and fulfilled. You want to have a positive impact on the world. Can I just say at this point that if you've answered yes to more of one of these questions, you're not alone. I know I certainly did. So many of us get caught up in what we're meant to be doing for quite a few years of our lives that it often leaves us totally disconnected from what it is we are truly passionate about. And for many of us, that thing we're meant to be doing involves keeping the money coming in, right? Even if it is at the expense of doing something we find truly fulfilling. And then, because we stop practicing what it is we're passionate about, we forget what our true passions are. But what generally happens then? A major life change that forces you to think about your own happiness, which can then bring up questions of whether or not your current line of work and the way it has you feeling is something you're able to tolerate any longer. Especially when it robs you of a life where you feel excited, inspired, motivated, purposeful and fulfilled. And especially if it impacts you in a way where you find yourself needing to escape from it all on more of a regular basis than you know you should. So your desire to improve your state of mind and overall sense of well-being raises that all-important question. What am I passionate enough about to warrant taking the steps I need to change jobs, start a new career, or possibly even start a business of my own? This is why I want to help you reconnect with your passions by providing you with 3 steps to discovering what it is you are truly passionate about so you can figure out how you could use that passion to change the way you earn income. Step 1. How to find your passion thinking style. It's time for some serious contemplation, so do what it takes to get comfy, have a notepad with you so you can jot down any possibilities that come up for you during this webinar, and ask yourself what I believe would be some of the most important questions that could reveal your passion. Okay, question 1. What did you absolutely love doing as a child? The answers to these questions can be quite significant, as the things you loved to do as a child you did out of pure joy. You had no responsibility, so there was no concern for money or time. You simply did what you did for the absolute love of it. Do you remember the games you played? The activities you looked forward to, the things you wanted to be, or even the habits you developed naturally? Whatever comes up for you, contemplate these things, as they may just provide the insight you need that will inspire you to take on a new path. Okay, 2. What types of conversations, books, magazines, documentaries, and videos do you find yourself constantly attracted to? Is there a particular topic you love so much that you could read, listen, or view content about it all day? What do you find yourself so curious about that when you hear others talking about it, you think, I'd like to find out a little more about that? If you could spend much of your day engrossed in your favourite topic, perhaps it's a definite option to look into with regards to finding a way to earn income from. Okay, the next one, number 3, is there anything in your life you could not imagine ever not doing? This question would bring about similar answers to the previous 2 questions, but it's worth looking into in case you missed a worthy option. Sometimes things we could not imagine ourselves not doing are things we would not include as our favourite thing to do. Okay, number 4, what makes you happy, or at what moments do you feel most happy? This may seem like an obvious question to ask yourself, but how about going even deeper and asking yourselves why that thing makes you happy? In fact, go 7 levels deeper. Keep asking why 7 times over. So what do I mean by this? Well, let's take an example. Say something that makes you happy is you love cooking. So you ask yourself why. And you might answer, because I enjoy making food that's really tasty. So then you might ask yourself why again for the second time. And you might come up with, because you love sharing it. And then you ask why again for the third time. And you might say, well, I love sharing it because it brings people together. Do you get where I'm going here? So you keep asking yourself why 7 times over. This should see you getting pretty deep and maybe discovering something you are really passionate about. Using the example of cooking, it might really come down to the enjoyment of playing a major role in helping people create beautiful memories shared with loved ones. Okay, the next one, number 5. What are you so good at that when you do it, you truly come alive? These things you are good at make you shine because you have a passion for them. Perhaps you could use those gifts to help others. If you are not sure what your passion talents are, ask 3 of your closest friends, 3 of your family members, and 3 work colleagues what you think they are. They may very well provide you with new food for thought. Okay, number 6. What do you value most in life? Come up with your top 3 if you can. If these are things that are extremely important to you, they could very well become the basis of what you align your next job, career, or even business around. For example, if you value time, you may decide to start an online business that will provide you with more time freedom. Okay, 7, what fires you up? I know, right? I meant to be providing you with things that light you up. But the thing is, where there's anger, there is also passion. Think about those things that really get up your goat. What could you do to change those things? If the amount of waste produced gets you fired up, you might look into working in an industry that's all about recycling, or even create a business that sells reusable products. Okay, number 8, who are you? What is your personality type, the good and the bad? There's so much to be gained from knowing yourself on a deep level, because when you know your strengths and your weaknesses well, you know what you are suited to when it comes to the type of work that lights you up. If you'd like some help exploring your personality and behaviour type, you might like to use a personality tester. You can do free assessments online. I was recommended the DISC personality test. It's been used for over 50 years by millions of people all over the world, and you can do a basic assessment for free online. Just search for DISC personality test in Google. There'll be a few on offer there. Okay, last but not least, how would you like other people to see you? As much as we might think our image does not matter, it does. We are human after all, and how we want others to see us can play a major role in the decisions we make. But I guess, taking into account you're wanting to change the way you earn income, the more important question might be, what do you have to become to portray the image of the person you want to be and the person you want others to see you as? Why is it that you are not already portraying that image? Maybe it's because you find your current job so unfulfilling. It's hard to feel happy, excited, inspired, motivated, purposeful, fulfilled, fun-loving, carefree, and all those other wonderful feelings you might love others to see you as when the thing you spend most of your time doing, that unfulfilling job, brings you down. How can anyone operate at their fullest potential when they are not doing something that truly lights them up? So that brings us to the second step of discovering what it is you are truly passionate about. But before I do, let's quickly recap the 9 questions. So question 1, what did you love doing as a child? Question 2, what types of conversations, books, magazines, documentaries, and videos did you find yourself constantly attracted to? Question 3, is there anything in your life you could not imagine ever not doing? 4, what makes you happy, or at what moments do you feel most happy? 5, what are you so good at that when you do it, you truly come alive? 6, what do you value most in life? 7, what fires you up? 8, who are you? What is your personality type, the good and the bad? And 9, how would you like other people to see you? I have added a link under the video so you can download these questions in a workbook form. I suggest printing it out and leaving it somewhere where you can easily add to it throughout the upcoming days. Answering these questions will require a bit of contemplation, so take your time. Another important thing to remember is not to overthink things either. When we overthink, we do not create the mental space we need for new ideas to come to us. You might like to try meditation as a way to allow ideas to come to your mind, or perhaps even just some exercise to clear the head. Once you've answered the questions to your best ability, take the time to look over your answers and complete the instructions on the worksheet to complete step 1. Congratulations! You completed step 1 and it's time to move on to step 2. Step 2, how to find your passion, feeling style. So you've spent a bit of time thinking about what it is that might light that spark inside of you. The problem with trying to find passion by thinking about the answers to the questions I've put forward is the fact that passion cannot be found in your head. Passion is a feeling, so it can only be truly found by following your heart. Thinking alone will not ignite passion. The only way to truly ignite it is to go out there and take some action. Here's what I mean. No matter how hard you try, you cannot figure out your passion by thinking about it. You need to get out there and experience various possibilities so you can feel your way to the truth. It's not until we live it that we experience it. When we experience it, we truly feel it. When we feel it, we create it. I used to ride horses occasionally in my youth and I remember loving it so much. So does that mean I should immediately start searching for a career working with horses? I mean, I knew I loved horses 20 plus years ago, but would I love it now? So I decided to give it a crack and sign up for a few lessons every fortnight for a couple of months. And sure enough, it was at my first lesson that I felt as though I'd come home. That was when I realised I really loved not just riding, but being around horses. Now I ride every week, and I'm hoping to create a business in the future where I can help horses and their owners create trusting relationships with each other. It was only through the experience of riding that I could be sure that being around horses and horse riding was a true passion of mine. Admittedly, finding your passion by experiencing and feeling is time-consuming due to the fact you need to explore various interests for long enough to enable you to feel that an interest is a passion. However, if you combine the thinking style with the feeling style, you may be able to identify a short list of things to try out, such as the ideas that you came up with at the end of Worksheet 1. When you consider how long you have worked your unfulfilling job for, and the fact that this exploration could lead you to a place where you feel excited by life again, then time's not an issue. And who knows, going through the whole process may just bring more happiness into your life on its own. So let's look at some ways you can try out your talents and possible passions. Okay, so ways you can incorporate the things you discovered in step 1 into your life might include practicing using your talents at work, with family, or with friends. You might put your talents to work around the house. Explore the possible talent with lessons. If you lack time, you might find lessons online, possibly even for free on YouTube. Relearn a pre-loved passion or learn a newly discovered passion. Sign up for lessons. Check out YouTube once again, there might be some freebies on there. And finally, ask Google how you can improve your talent. Ask Google how you can try something new. And ask Google how to start a new hobby. Give yourself time to explore whether or not those possible passions and talents light you up when you do them. You may find yourself having to rinse and repeat steps 1 and 2. As I mentioned in Worksheet 1, finding your passion will require a bit of contemplation, so take your time and enjoy the process. So has applying steps 1 and 2 enabled you to gain more clarity about finding a passion that you'd like to pursue as a career? If not, that's fine. These things do take time. Remember not to think too hard about it. Amazing ideas often come to mind when we create the space in our heads to let them in. I once was told that Einstein came up with a theory of relativity while he was sick. Is it true? I don't know, but being sick would have forced his mind to take a break, which would have given him that mental space he needed for a new idea to pop into his head. So let's get back to work, shall we? There's one more step to discovering what it is you are truly passionate about and figuring out how you could use that passion to change the way you earn income. So step 3, how to find your passion the provision of value way. Research done at 80,000 Hours, an Oxford-based charity designed for helping people to find their fulfilling careers, shows that people who take the traditional approach of passion matching, the way they earn income, such as what we've done in steps 1 and 2, are ultimately no more likely to enjoy or excel at their jobs. Benjamin Todd, the co-founder and executive director of 80,000 Hours, has discovered that if you can find a way to provide value to others, you will feel passionate about what you do. He believes that if you're looking for a fulfilling career, the new approach to discovering it is to do something that provides value to other people's lives. So why would this work? Well, we're actually hardwired to help others. When we do, our serotonin levels increase, the happy hormone, and our cortisol levels, the stress causes, decrease. That is why helping others in some way always gives us those warm fuzzies. And who doesn't want a way to earn income that results in warm fuzzies, right? The thing is, no business can survive if it does not help others in some form or another. That unfulfilling job you want to escape from is based on providing value to others. Otherwise, it just wouldn't exist. So if Benjamin Todd's theory is 100% correct, then you should feel fulfilled by the fact that you know your current job is helping people in some way or another. But does that way you help others resonate with the passions, talents, and the types of person you want to portray as yourself? You know, all those things you've discovered about yourself in steps 1 and 2. Take myself, for example. I still work my normal job as an air monitoring technician within the asbestos industry until my online business takes off anyway. Now, I make sure the air is safe enough for people to re-enter a site where asbestos has been removed. Now, you'd have to agree that this is a pretty important job and it definitely helps people. However, I find it completely uninspiring, unfulfilling, and even demoralizing at times. So even though I'm helping people, because it doesn't meet any of the criteria stated in steps 1 and 2, the job just does not fulfill me. It's because of this that I believe all 3 steps need to be followed in order to come to a more definite conclusion about what type of job, career, or business you might like to transition to that will light your soul on fire and provide you with a pretty strong argument for following up on it. Can you connect something you love with something you're good at that will enable you to positively contribute to the world? Okay, some examples. Let's say you love people and you have an amazing talent for organising. Ever thought about becoming an event planner? Add in the fact you might be a hopeless romantic and you might want to niche specifically into becoming a wedding planner. Or maybe you're a bit of a nomad and love animals. Pet minding could be right up your alley. Or are you task orientated, love working on your own, enjoy a good challenge, need variety, and want to help people live happier lives? Funnily enough, sounds a little bit like me. So you might be a bit like me and decide to run your own online business. It could just be your thing. I believe that if you combine the things you know you love and are good at with a way to help people, animals, or the planet, then you're on a surefire winner to finding your ideal way to earn income. As they say, you'll never have to do another day of work when you love what you do. So that pretty much concludes our webinar today. So let's just recap the 3 steps to discovering what it is you are truly passionate about and figuring out how you could use that passion to change the way you earn income. So step 1 was the thinking style. So use the questions I have provided you to start brainstorming ideas. Remember to ask 3 of your closest family members, friends, and work colleagues. They may offer insights you never thought of, and by answering all 9 questions, you'll be able to narrow down on what you believe you will enjoy the most, considering your talents as well. Step 2, the feeling style. After narrowing down to perhaps a list of 3 to 5 things, it's time to try them out. You don't know what you don't know, and the only way you'll ever know is by doing it. If you're not sure how to give your possible passion or talent a go, ask Google. Google's pretty good at offering different options. Okay, step 3, providing value to others. Now, how can you help others with that thing you love to do that brings out your natural talents? Who knows, you might need to start your own business to really enable you to shine. So I really do hope this webinar has given you plenty of food for thought. And should you discover that you would love nothing more than to work for yourself on your own terms, creating your own daily schedule that enables you to prioritize doing even more of what you love, then I believe it's worth considering starting your own online business. You can't deny the fact that online is the way of the future, And the best part about it is you don't even need products or services of your own to start with. You could do what I do and align yourself with other people's products and services, ones you feel passionate about. And by promoting them, you can earn a commission. But look, I'm not going to harp on about it now. But if you are interested in finding out more, just click the link underneath this webinar and I'll send you some workshops that will help you understand what's possible for you. At this point, can I just say that the fact that you've put up with your job for so long tells me you're very resilient, strong, and have some serious skills at being consistent. I know you can do whatever it is you put your mind to, especially if you believe in yourself enough and your reason for doing it is strong enough. I wish you all the best, and who knows, we may meet again should you decide to click that link. Bye for now.